Welcome to Breathe Easy and Organize, where we're here to live organized so we can breathe easy. I'm here this morning reminiscing and evaluating my year. Was it successful? What failures or shortcomings did I have? What things do I want to keep in my life, and what things do I never want to go through again? Honestly, it's been a rough year, past few years for most of us, I'm sure. And I want to figure out what improvements I can make. How can I take the things I've learned and use them for future improvement? Because some things I'm just not willing to accept. So Satan, get thee behind me, and angels, I'm gonna need y'all to stand with me on this one this year. So now the new year is upon us, and what do we do every year? We set new goals and habits that we try our best to accomplish, but sometimes it does not work out as planned. Honestly, we reset all throughout the year. The new year just gives us another excuse to do it. So let's just do it. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to block out all that's bringing us down and focus on us this year. The cool thing about the world we live in is our lives change all the time. So it's okay to sometimes set goals, but then let them deviate or change a little bit. Life changes constantly, so your plans and schedules have to follow along, right? Never get so set in a plan because you never know what God has in store for you. And I bet it's going to be much better than what you already had set in your mind. Start one thing, just one goal, accomplish it, and I promise you will feel amazing. It'll motivate you to start and accomplish something else. Starting now, let's all set goals, organizational goals, whether it's physical, like cleaning out your pantry or closet, or even just changing a habit. People really underestimate the power of being organized within your life, surroundings, and within yourself. I would love to share my first goal with you all. My goal to end this year and leading into 2022 is to finally get my daughter to sleep through the night. I spend so much time organizing my surroundings and home and keeping myself organized, but now I have a daughter, so I have to learn how to integrate both our schedules so that both of us are happy and healthy. Okay, guys, so I want to walk you through the steps I took to accomplish my goal. So first thing first, you have to have a plan. You can't just go out there and say, I'm going to change this habit that I've always had throughout my life or accomplish this goal and not have anything set in stone or at least something written out. So first thing first, you have to recognize that there's a problem so that you can define what your goal is going to be. Just a few days ago, I was literally at my breaking point when it came to trying to set a bedtime for my daughter. I watched so many YouTube videos, listened to so much advice from family and friends, and honestly, I just felt like nothing was working. I was like, something is different with my child. Maybe she just is a baby that just does not want a bedtime, and it's just not going to work for her. So I went literally about 3-4 days with like 2-3 hours of sleep each night. I'm still working full time, so I didn't really get to nap much throughout the day. So it literally was probably at my breaking point, like make or break. You got to do something about this or you're going to probably pop. So once I defined that there was a problem, or I recognized there was a problem, I defined what it was. So I want to adjust my daughter's bedtime schedule. So once I do that, I now want to kind of write out a list of the current habits/practices that are currently going on with the habit. So my daughter's bedtime schedule, she literally probably does not technically have one because she's kind of going to sleep whenever she wants. But throughout her day, she does have a semi-schedule that she kind of sets on her own. So I kind of want to define those so that I can incorporate them with my final plan. So, current practices, those include, she always naps at 10 a.m. Let's see what else. She usually takes a longer nap in the afternoon. So between 2, it's about 1 to 2 p.m., somewhere around that time, she naps for about 2 hours usually. Another one, she always likes to have a bottle right before she goes to sleep at nighttime, whatever time that is, but she likes to have a bottle. So drink bottle before going to bed. And another one that's pretty definite is she always wakes up around 7 to 8 a.m. in the morning. So that's pretty definite. So now I want to write out a list of things that I want to change or start to incorporate within this goal I'm trying to achieve. So first, I want to get her to bed by 6. I would say start her bedtime around 6 p.m. and have her sleep no later than 8 p.m. I want her to be able to sleep at least 8 to 10 hours straight sometime throughout the night. At least, okay, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. So I want her to have at least a 6 to 8 hour stretch of sleep without waking up. I would like to incorporate walks throughout our day. I do work from home, but I want to start taking, even though I work from home and usually I work through my lunch break, I want to start incorporating like an actual lunch throughout my day. So I can just close my laptop, put everything down, and maybe take a walk with her. So maybe around 12 p.m. before we do her lunch, we can do like a 30 to 45 minute walk outside to kind of get her ready for her long stretch of a nap. Okay, so now that I have a rough kind of brainstorm idea of what I want, yes, it looks a little messy, but stay with me here. Now we're going to try to merge all these together. So we have her current practices. I don't want to change to what's currently working for her because, again, she is a baby. So I don't want to tell her, even though she usually naps around 10 a.m., I'm not going to tell her that, no, I'm going to change that nap to 11 a.m. or 9 a.m. We're going to keep those same practices in place. And then I'm going to try to merge those with the things that I want to add in addition to that. So with doing that, you'll see the layout that I have. I kind of did a little rough draft idea of how I wanted the day to go. And no, this is not always going to be set in stone. But again, it's something that I'm going to try to incorporate, kind of get her used to having a schedule during the day. Because if you want to have a bedtime schedule set for your child, you have to have a daytime schedule so that they can kind of get used to those routines. If you're having, everything's kind of all over the place during the day, and then at nighttime, you want to set her on a strict routine, it's usually not going to work for kids. And that's something that I had to learn on my own, being a new mom, and something that's currently working for me. So this has actually been in place for probably about 3-4 days now. The first night, she actually slept 13 hours. The first 2 nights, she slept about 13 hours in total. She did wake up quite often. So the first night, she woke up probably like every 30 minutes, and I had to keep checking on her, giving her her passy, or just making sure she was okay. But then she had a really long stretch of sleep, about probably at least 8 hours. Now, the next night, it was the same thing, but it was a little longer in between wake up. So she would wake up maybe every hour rather than every, 15 to 30 minutes. And then going on the next few days, she's just been sleeping for the most part about 8 to 10 hours on any given stretch, which has been amazing. So it's working out pretty good. Again, things aren't going to be perfect. The holidays are coming up, so it'll make things a little iffy then, I know, but it's working for us now. So we're going to keep on going and see how everything works. So that brings us to the next step, which is put to action. So you got to put your plan to action to see if it actually works for you, if it's something that's going to work throughout your usual daily activities and make sense in your life. And then after that, you evaluate and then you adjust. So you evaluate the plan. If it has been working for you, if there are certain things you want to adjust, go ahead and do that. And then you try again. You try again until you get a nice little routine or schedule or something that's working for you to accomplish that goal or change that habit. If you're still with me, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. I want you to share this video with someone to help them accomplish a goal of theirs. And actually, I would love for you guys to comment down below. Comment something that you want to accomplish in this new year. Starting now, it's not even January 1st yet, but I want us to start early. Go ahead and write down something, whether it's physical, like cleaning out your closet or your pantry, or even like a mental habit that you need to change within yourself, or a workout plans, getting back in the gym, whatever it is, guys. Let's go ahead. Let's write those comments down. We're going to do this journey together. I'm going to start posting some videos throughout the weeks of how you can organize things within your home and your life to kind of help you guys out. So comment down below so that I can get some ideas of some videos I can post about. And we'll see you next time. Remember, guys, breathe easy and organize. Bye.